Well, if it isn't my favorite fancy shirt noble come slumming. How can I be of assistance?
Where can I find Jarvia again?
You can't. Not unless you find one of those fingerbone tokens her boys carry. Her base has entrances all over the lower city, but they only keep one open at a time. If you want in, you need the token. Well, if you want in while you're still breathing anyway.
Okay, where is the token?
You're back. You got more business for me?
What do you know about Jarvia?
Enough to know she don't fancy strangers asking questions.
Never mind, I was just leaving.
That's what I thought.
That's the Emporium. Anyone in here?
You're not welcome here, exile. I don't care if you're a Grey Warden. I liked your brother. If you need to speak to one of my patrons, do it quickly. But don't expect me to serve you.
I'm looking for someone.
Who?
I thought Ogre might be here.
He should be by the trash barrel. Easy to spot. Everyone gives him a wide berth.
Afternoon, stranger. You looking for a stool to share a brew?
Who are you?
Name's Naveen. I fight with Prince Balin's Expeditionary Field Unit. Yourself?
I'm Lady Drakina Idukin.
Aye. I heard the Grey Wardens picked you out of the deep. Good folks, Wardens. I was in the Deep Roads when that one came by. What was his name? Dukan, Dunka... something like that.
You knew Duncan?
I met him, sure. Good man. Solid. He knows what we go through in the Deep Roads. Not many do. Not even the ones who live this close. You have to be on the front lines.
I was also there.
Guess that's why they picked you then. Every Grey Warden ends up there. That's where they send you when you're ready to leave this world. Go die in the dark, putting away as many vermin as you can. Getting more crowded these days, though. Lots of people interested all of a sudden. We go back tomorrow, and we're not the only ones.
Thanks for the drink, but I should go.
Watch yourself. Orzammar politics are getting near as dangerous as battle.
Get away! You'll change like the rest! Monsters hidden in all my friends!
Is this Darkspawn corruption or just madness?
There's things older than Darkspawn. And once you're in the story, they find you. See? I found copies. All from the same pen and older than the ones in song. Dormant my ass! Take them! I want out! I won't disappear chasing a lie! I won't!
Told him I don't understand why the Prugas aren't ready to ever...
What do you want? Ooh, I heard about you. The exiled princess returned in Grey Warden's armor to put the past behind her. People are saying how you've thrown yourself on Harrowmont's wagon train. I figured you'd be the one, you know, who could help me find Branka. But I guess you're just like all the rest.
Should I know you or this Branka?
Branka's a paragon. Only one smart enough to be raised in the last 4 generations. She's a smith, invented some kind of new coal that burns clean. It's been 2 years since she disappeared down the deep roads, and your boss never gave her a thought. I wonder, what does he think he can get from her now? I know he's been poking around, trying to find things out about her, what she was looking for. Won't tell me spit, though. He wants it for himself, right? A little blessing from the ancients' technology, and he's assured the throne. Is that it?
What if I genuinely want to help you?
Too little, too late. But it's a nice gesture, Warden. If you think your boot kissing will get you an in I don't have, you're welcome to try this. I know both Harrowmont and Balin have been asking about her. 2 years without a peep, and suddenly now they want to start looking. If you find out what they know, it might just put me a step closer to finding her. Or sit here and have a drink. It's all the bleeding same to me. Barkeep? Sod off, Duster.
Alrighty then.
Lord Dennick Helmy, honored Desher of the Orzammar Assembly, and terrible disappointment to my esteemed mother, who doesn't like me spending time in taverns. So I'm curious. You've been living on the surface, right? Does it function any worse than Orzammar for having abolished caste?
A controversial opinion for a dwarf in the assembly.
Very good. I guess someone already told you I was good for nothing, drinking my life away at tapsters. Or did they leave off at greatest shame to ever fall upon the assembly? I've always liked that one. You know, most smiths and tavern keeps would make decent deshers if we gave them a chance and a seat in the assembly. Orzammar are so mired in tradition, no one bothers asking if the castes are even necessary.
So you get to vote on the next king?
Me and 79 other fine, upstanding examples of how someone who's born into every privilege inevitably wants more. They're not fond of my views on equality.
Who are you voting for?
I doubt either candidate has been outside the Diamond Quarter in his life. But Lord Harrowmont seems a bit more forgiving. Prince Balin's brilliant, I'll give him that, and subtle as sin. But I don't think anything in Orzammar matters more to him than winning.
I should get going.
As you wish.
Alright, we gotta figure out how to get into that hideout. Well, I wasn't gonna do any of the quests, but I think that I will.
Did you wish to make an offering after all?
But there's something you wished me to do?
My son Ruck is missing in the deep roads. You seemed sympathetic. It would mean a lot to me to have him back safely, or even to recover his body for a proper funeral.
We shouldn't abandon him. I'll look for him if you want.
How? There is no way except to brave the deep roads yourself.
I'm a Grey Warden. That's what we do.
Warden? So you could do it. Only wardens face the deep roads without a company packing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers. Please, find me as soon as you return.
And I'll help this guy out here too.
Maker's blessing, sister. I never expected to see you back. Is there something you seek?
Any luck on opening your chantry?
Not yet, but I have an audience with the Shaper this afternoon. The Shaperette must approve any large change to Orzamar's society. Without their blessing, the Maker's word will never be heard here. Of course, the Shaper has heard my plea before. I doubt he'll change his mind now.
If I bump into the Shaper, I'll be sure to mention it.
I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder, guiding you always. Please let me know as soon as you've heard anything.
What's up here? Oh, there's another nug. Let's grab that. That guy. Here. Another nug. I can't do it. I gotta get Dagna.
Do you have any more time now? I know you're busy, but it will just take a moment.
Or what do you want?
I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle?
The Circle of Magi?
I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study.
Do you want me to ask them?
That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcast. Tell them I've already begun reading the Tevinter Imperiums for Tikum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child? Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
Okay.
You're the best wrangler I've ever seen. But there's more out there.
Okay, so we know where the hideout is, but we can't figure out how to get any finger bones. Let's see. Alright, let's go back to Dust Town.
Well, if it isn't my favorite fancy shirt noble come slumming. How can I be of assistance?
Never mind.
Go ahead
Keep
then.
going.
Don't mind me. All alone here. Not 2 bits to my name.
Don't you go asking so many questions. Get you in trouble one day.
You're back. You got more business for me?
Let me with your
Of course.
Let's sell this. And let's see. Now,
You're back. You got more business for me?
this is
Well, our business is kind of covert, if you know what I mean. It's illegal in Orzammar for me to engage in protected trade, but they look the other way if I share things with my friends. For money.
I have some spare equipment. Why don't you give me?
Why don't you take a look?
No, that's not the right thing. Okay.